Okay, now start. So this is a patient that came with host MI-VSD. And you guys have pens and pencils. I'm going to ask you the equation, the QPQS in this patient. So the oxygen saturation in the aorta is 94%. The oxygen saturation in the right ventricle is 79%. The oxygen saturation in the PA is 69%. The oxygen saturation in the right atrium is 48%. So oxygen saturation in aorta is 94%. Oxygen in the PA, actually, let me just erase this. Redo, clear all drawings. Aortic oxygen saturation is 94. PA is 69. RV is 79. RA is 48. And the cardiac output is 2, calculated by thermal dilution. So who's going to tell me? QP or QS of this patient? What's on the top?
94.
Good. Minus?
That's the RA.
Good.
48.
48.
Divided by 94 minus 69.
16. Okay. Is equal to, that's exact values of this patient. So who is going to do the mathematics here?
I think it's 1.84. It's 46 over 25.
Good. It was 1.84. Very good. So this patient, when came in, had a QPQS of 1.5. It got worse, became 1.8. Patient was in shock. As you can see, this value in the PA is going on the lower side, is relatively lower. And the right atrium, look at this, 48%. Patient is in shock. Cardiac output is pretty low. So where was I? How to share this? And we're talking about this. So what we did was, I don't know if you can see, there is a device inside the hole. First, we put wire through the VSD, and then we put a Amplatzer post myocardial infarction device in there, which is being released here. As you can see, there's one disc here, it's already released. The other disc, we are releasing it here. And it's a slow process. There it's released. Okay. This catheter is coming from the IJ. The other side, this line is coming down from the groin. And this is the Swan-Ganz catheter. Okay, don't confuse this with that. And we make a rail, and on that rail, we release that. Okay. Any questions about this?
Yes, I have a question, Dr. Qureshi.
Yes.
If there is a left to right shunt at the level of ventricle, why is the PA saturation lower than the RV? Is that
Slow flow.
It's like 70 something to 60 something, right?
Yeah, it's the slow flow. The flow is so slow that the oxygen is dissipated. So there, the right ventricle by itself has Thebesian veins or Thebesian arteries. Keep forgetting the name. They absorb the blood right from there. So the PA saturation drops because the blood is flowing slowly, and that's why.
Can you explain that again, please? There is
The RV by diffusion, just by diffusion, it requires so much oxygen that and the flow is so slow that it absorbs more of. That's what my understanding is of this process, because the slow flow will make you see a drop between RV and PA. And I have looked up in the literature. This is a very good question. I've looked up in the literature. I've not been able to find the answer to this. So my theory is, because there are some veins inside the right ventricle which are very small, and there's diffusion into the endothelium and myocardium, that causes the drop in that saturation.
I see. Okay, because I was thinking that there wasn't much tissue extraction over there. That was a little.
If the flow is slow, there is tissue extraction. It's pretty significant tissue extraction in slow flow states.
I see. Thank you.
Okay. Question: what is this beating on the background? You see a white shadow? It's a balloon. It's a balloon pump. Okay. Is the patient's heart rate regular? No, it's not, right? Because we are number one, we are releasing this stuff in there, and you will see it's not beating regularly. There's a PVC coming in. So the balloon pump is actually timed with the ventricle, and it will pause if there is a PVC. Okay, I went over time. Sorry about that. Any other questions? So I can stay for those people who have questions. The rest of the people can leave, I guess.